begin by centering so that my consciousness can completely leave my body. Where I go is to other dimensions to experience other realities. I get into a centered state of being and I go through a spiral meditation. And when my chakras have all been opened, I raise my Kundalini energy and I feel it moving up my spine.
I put a spell on you. 'Cause you're mine. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying. No.
We would say many of you are wanting to fix something, and we would say nothing in the universe is broken. Every time you begin to fix something outside of you, somebody else's problem, you interfere with the universe's plan. You interfere with their soul's journey. No one is struggling or suffering except for in your perception. When you try to fix or someone else's problem, you interfere with their soul's journey, and then they cannot
feel deprived will be deprived.
If they wish, do you know, if you distributed equally all the prosperity of the globe to every entity that is existing in your now, that in 2 years of your time, the ones that were impoverished before will be impoverished again because it is their consciousness.
So how do we change that?
Change their consciousness.
Peace to the tribe, peace to the collective. It's the Hood Mystic, representing hoodmystic.com, columbianexchange.com, whiterabbitpsych.com. A pleasure for you all to join me as we have, relatively short conversation in reference to the upcoming full moon, February 5th, 2023. If you would like a backdrop of the conversation that we're having today, please check my last video titled simply The Moon, a visual lecture. But yeah, I wanted to give you guys that backdrop so we could just kind of dive in to the conversation that we will be having today in reference to the full moon. It's a very simple time, right? And depending on your ability to simplify who you are, what you're about, and what you represent, and what you stand for, makes life that much better. If you are a complicated person who has a bunch of random thoughts, dreams, and goals and ambitions, when you have a full moon in sidereal Cancer, you're about to be a crazy person crying for no damn reason. If you are in the emotional state or in the negative state, I need you to realize and understand that the negative energy that you hold in your vessel, in your mind, in your being, you're doing it for no damn reason. And to make sure y'all with me in the chat, can we get for no damn reason in the chat, right? We just want to bring that to the awareness and cognizance of spiritual beings. There is no reason to hold negative emotions. You are holding negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative ideas for no damn reason, okay? Because when we talk about the celestial information, when we talk about the spiritual realms, don't bring your thuggish, ruggish bone energy into what the DNA is producing inside of you, the messages that are being transmuted and transmitted in your life. And because these things are happening for you, holding on to negative vibrations is a futile holding on to it, whatever that means. Okay? So we're talking about the full moon in sidereal Cancer. We have a sun in sidereal Capricorn along with Saturn in sidereal Capricorn. And It's a couple of energies that I want to bring us to the awareness of before we dive into the full moon, and that is Saturn entering sidereal Aquarius and Uranus entering sidereal Taurus. And of course, Neptune doing his thing in Pisces. We need to pay attention to our dreams. We need to pay attention to our higher self. And we need to pay attention to our finances. How many of you were growing up and you wanted to be rich? You wanted to have a lot of money. Was I the only person that had that dream or goal? Well, intuitively, you knew that finances were going to be something that you were going to experience. And what we are about to experience is more of a worldwide financial boom being released upon the public. We have a couple of things happening. We have a Pluto return, and a Pluto return in reference to the indigenous and aboriginal souls. They are getting their reparations. Now, you might think that this is far-fetched, but there is a lot of angelic spiritual beings working in the background to make sure that you are able to secure the bag for this lifetime and next life, and the previous and the succeeding lifetimes, as well as providing sustenance for your progeny. These are very important times. I want to give thanks to Saint Germain for distributing this powerful message. There was a bunch of synchronicities and intuitions that brought about the realization of the Nessera Act and the Jessera Act and the Reparation Act and all of these things that are happening so that you could tap into a level of financial wealth. I hope and I pray and I really, with all of my sincerity, hope that you have your mind open to this stream of prosperity. And the ways for which we unlock the safe begins now. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So if you look at the circles, we have the sun circled and we have the full moon circled. And we also have Uranus circled. Uranus is in sidereal Aries, like I said. In the next 6 months to a year, it'll be fully progressed into the sign of Taurus. And this is the awakening of the ancestral wealth that is within you based upon your consciousness. When you were a little child, and you had dreams, you dreamt about being wealthy. Am I the only one that had dreams like this? When we were children, when our doors were unlocked and we had unobstructed views of the higher self, we seen wealth and prosperity in our future. And I need us to be mindful and wise enough to know that just because we haven't tapped into the level of wealth yet, understand that our wealth is something that happens within us. Our wealth is directly related to our conscious expansion. As we begin to understand ourselves, you might be going through, broke as a joke, change kind of strange. But this is all transformation. And this is something that you have to practice before you go to sleep. We talked about this yesterday or the day before yesterday. Programming your subconscious mind. Please program your subconscious mind for wealth, health, and love. Because without these things, you're going to be broke, you're going to be sick, and you're going to be masturbating to Pornhub. I said you're going to be broke, you're going to be sick, and you're going to be watching X videos. I said you're going to be sick, you're going to be broke, and you're going to be on OnlyFans. Program your subconscious mind for wealth, money, financial literacy. These are important things. Health and love. You could be married. Program your subconscious for love, because the marriage is not love. The relationship is not love. The situationship is not love. Being with somebody, laying up with somebody is not love. We have to reprogram ourselves on what love is. Because we grew up in a situation, in a society where Uranus was in Pisces, and there was a lot of tricks and trickeries on who we actually were and what we were actually about. So we might have wanted a wedding, but not a marriage. We might have wanted a trip, but we ain't want to pay for the trip. So coming into the realization of what it takes and who we are, and Uranus awakening you to yourself, beginning phases of who you are, the infinite of who you are is being activated. So the trouble and issue with these times is the person that you were yesterday. The problem with this full moon T-squared to Uranus is that the nigga that you were yesterday is blocking the person that you are supposed to be today. Being trapped in a solar ideology where this is all about progression, ambition, planning, working, effort, this, that, and this. And the truth of all revelation and manifestation is directly related to your consciousness. The full moon is in sidereal Cancer, but this full moon is in the Ashleesha Nakshatra. The Ashleesha Nakshatra is called the coiled serpent, or the clinging and entwining star. When you look at this, understand this. Understand this. Understand the coiled serpent. Understand the clinging and entwining star. Because you will see this symbology and iconography in your science books, in your medical hospitals. And all it is doing is hypnotizing you and trying to get you to heal yourself, because this is the only thing that can heal you, your damn self. So I want you to understand the coiled serpent, so you can consciously connect to the life force energy that is within you beyond all things. The freedom and empowerment comes from consciously understanding that within you is life force energy. Were you told this from kindergarten? Did y'all go to kindergarten and they told you that you were life force energy? Or did they teach you ABCs? Ones in the chat. When y'all went to school, did they teach you how to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, A, B, C, D, E, F, G? Or did, when you go into school, the first lesson was, hey, little Timmy, you are life force energy? Ones in the chat. Did they teach you ABCs? Or twos, did they teach you that you in your mind and your being was and is and will be life force energy? Think about that. Did your parents tell you, little Jimmy, this is your 88th lifetime? You're actually older than us, little Jimmy. You're actually older than us. Or did they treat you like a little child that did not know shit and that you are disconnected from life force energy? So when I say that this is a new beginning, this is a start to a realization, don't act like you know this. Don't act like you know that you are a living, breathing example of what life force energy is. Because first of all, if you knew that you were connected to life force energy, you wouldn't have negative emotions. You wouldn't be sitting on your ass. You wouldn't be chasing a nigga. You wouldn't be chasing no girl around town. We were not told this. We were told that Michael Jordan is something that we need to see. We need to watch Martin and In Living Color. We need to be somebody and do something and have something. And if we ain't doing the thing and being the person that motherfuckers expect us to be, then we not shit. So don't wake up and imagine that you got it all figured out when you haven't actually been explicitly told that you need to connect to you versus who you are as life force energy. Because I don't give a fuck what you got going on. If you alive, you got some good shit going on within you. That is life force energy. And the fact that you are alive don't have shit to do with me. So you need to big up your motherfucking self. And once you start to big up yourself, that is the freedom you've been seeking. That is the empowerment that you've been seeing. But in this culture, see, I'm not actually from here. I used to go to school. I never figured out how y'all could just be weird. How did y'all, because I'm an alien, I don't know this. Tell me this shit right now. How did y'all come to school every day and y'all shoes was clean? Y'all shoes was clean? Damn near y'all wore a different outfit every day to school. How y'all do that? I had a 5 outfit rotation, if that. I had 4 jeans. So 1 pair of jeans I was going to have to double up. I wish I knew about sweatpants back then because I would have had a nice rotation of sweatpants. But sweatpants only became a thing to wear ever since like goddamn 2015, 2016. Shit like that. All the time before that, niggas had to get jeans. But how the fuck did y'all get... Was y'all mama buying y'all all them clothes? Help me out here. What was going on? Motherfuckers was just buying y'all shit. Y'all had a closet full of clothes growing up. Y'all could just be mixing and matching shit. How did that work? Well, since you've been groomed to only care about the appearances, when we start to talk about the coiled serpent or the clinging, entwining star or the connection of life force energy, you're going to relate that to how fresh am I is or whatever Bow Wow and Jaquan was talking about. Fresh as I'm is, looking as boys. Grown ass people, you saw, it's a thing called silver foxes, you know? Grown ass niggas that should be building houses, saving the black community. These niggas is getting dressed up, doing the fucking icky shuffle. 5 in the morning, I gotta... They silver foxes traveling around the country, fucking your mama. And probably your baby mama. Because they got gray in their beard and they wear nice suits. So... when you talk about us as a people, we don't give a fuck about our DNA. We don't give a fuck about our connection to life force energy unless niggas start to get sick or you're going through something, or even when you sad, the worser you feel, yes, I said worser, the more your consciousness separates from life force energy. It's people who be so sad about life and then say, I want to end my life. But they're not thinking about life when they say that, right? They're thinking about something outside of the thing that's keeping them alive. So what we're talking about is reflecting on solely that which keeps you alive. And I don't care what your baby daddy is doing. Who your baby mama talk to? Your baby mama is talking to your little brother. Yes, your baby mama getting piped out by your little brother. You shouldn't be so sad about it that you forget about your life force energy. Seeing beyond appearances and culture. If your baby mama want to have sex with somebody else other than you, there's nothing that you can do about it. She finding happiness outside of you. So now you got to find happiness outside of her. When you get into the Ashleesha Nakshatra, when you get into the Kundalini energy, it's a situation that I like to call crashing out. Crashing out. When you forget that you are the life force energy, all you're going to ever do is crash out. You're going to feel good because you're doing something. Hey, I'm doing a thing on social media. Look at me. Ha ha ha. I'm on the scene doing the thing. Now you at home. I'm depressed and sad. Bitch, last weekend you was doing the thing on social media. Smiling from ear to ear. Cause it was some strippers there, huh? The male strippers got you happy. Marry you a male stripper. Go to more strip clubs. Cause whatever you doing that's making you happy is the ultimate crash out. Because whatever you're doing that's making you happy is external. So it could be crocheting. It could be getting, your ass ate. It could be all types of things that you're doing outside of you that you cannot begin and start over and self-realize and self-actualize because, for lack of a better words, you don't give a fuck about your life force energy. So therefore, it becomes a crash out. It becomes a negative emotion. It becomes a negative experience because you're caring more about whatever is happening. And because we're egotistical and because we're in a space of ignorance, because we didn't go to kindergarten and they didn't tell us about, our DNA. They didn't tell us that. They told us A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You want to go out for recess? It's lunchtime. They didn't tell us that we was life force energy in second grade. They was, giving us more books to read, more spelling tests. Never once did we go to school and they say, all right, we about to have a serious talk with you. I am your teacher, but your soul is your greater teacher. So we're going to meditate today. Meditate this year. We're going to meditate, and whoever self-realizes and self-actualizes, then what is your soul telling you to do? Jimmy, his soul is telling him to color. Rebecca, her soul is telling her to do cartwheels. Tatalicious, her soul is telling her to twerk. Imagine how much time you waste following somebody else's blueprint. Can I get some ones in the chat if that make you think a little bit? Imagine how much time you wasted in your life going to school, being educated by scam artists. How much time did you waste following somebody else's blueprint? So now I'm talking to y'all from the depths of my soul and giving you the basic of most basics that niggas is going to overlook because it's not the advanced shit that niggas is talking about over there. But you don't need no advanced shit because that advanced shit is you following somebody else's blueprint. Whenever you gotta see, listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck, 1,000, 2,000,000, 100 raw real with y'all. I need y'all to deal with y'all soul, get the bag, and then come back around and be like, I followed the shit that you was talking about on your YouTube for free, and it worked, and I manifested, so I bought your book. It worked, so it manifested, so I got me some herbs. But never in your life do I want a nigga to just take my word for it. I'm not on this YouTube channel to market and promote. I'm doing this and in alignment with my voice, in alignment with my soul, in alignment with the intuitive processes that I've been working through to be like, oh shit, I didn't even know it was that simple. You could be broke as a joke tomorrow, reflect on your life force energy, and things will start to click for you. Because you have a blueprint. When you broke as a joke, you are not following your blueprint. You fucking around with people that you ain't supposed to be fucking around with. You doing shit that you not supposed to be doing. And life will show you, look nigga, you crashing out. Look sis, you crashing out. Those are actually great things that are happening. And it's so important to become aware of the spiritual intelligence within. You become aware of the spiritual intelligence within, and then you start a relationship. The problem with us is that we got kids before we even knew ourselves. Ones in the chat? We had children before we got to know ourselves. So when we trying to get our shit together, we really got to get into a space of following our intuition and writing the fucking shit. Because it ain't no way you supposed to be having kids before you know your fucking self. The only way that you had kids is because you was fucking horny and you wanted to fuck on something. So now, when we start talking about the moon in Cancer opposed the sun in Capricorn, where you have masculine energy and feminine energy, and it's like, oh, I need to fuck some more. Like, people just think that fucking is their key to salvation nowadays. But you cannot even establish the intricacies and dynamics and polarities and multiple layers that's happening within yourself. There is a hidden realm of consciousness within you that you have no idea about. But your responsibilities and obligation is all you care about. So the time, energy, and effort to find the hidden recesses within your DNA, you don't even have the time. You need to start to make the time and create the time, because there is nothing more important than the messages that your DNA is giving to your consciousness. It's automatic. Your DNA, your higher self, your soul is working in tandem to bring you the best life possible. All you have to do is listen and follow and work with your damn self. You're guaranteed to succeed if you trust yourself. You're guaranteed to crash the fuck out when you're following somebody else's blueprint. The moon is in Cancer, okay? Our cells and our DNA is surrounded by water, hydration. So when you are understanding why the moon is at home in Cancer, Your DNA is at home in water. You are 70% water. It's all about hydration. It's all about tuning your consciousness to your DNA. Not buying fucking Beyonce tickets. It's people, spiritual people, who actually think that Beyonce is the key to their salvation and be dead ass serious. I can't do enough documentaries on how fucking demonic and how devilish and how satanic and how not for the cause that these entertainers be. Their very existence, their very nature, we call them stars. They not no fucking star. You are the fucking star. They just play the mirror. They just play the screen for spiritual beings to project their greatness upon them. Because if you sat in your fucking garage and learned how to play guitar and learned how to write music and wrote the fucking story that's within, that is encoded within your DNA, you would be saved. But you passively listen to fucking Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy, trap stars. You ain't never even seen no brick. It's niggas talking about quarter key, half a key, 4 keys, yay. These niggas barely can afford an ounce of weed. Projection. Calling these people stars when it is, when you are a star. Your consciousness, you should have been taught this since you was able to think. Don't worry about what's happening within you, or don't worry about what's happening outside of you, rather. Pay attention to what is happening within you. So, let's deal with this further. Like I said, this is going to be a quick message. Have some things that I need to do, but I needed to get this message before I did the things that I needed to do. We're discussing practical wisdom. Wisdom comes from within yourself. The things that you need to figure out are coming solely from within you. However, you will find people during this time that are specific to fucking up your vibration and frequency. But what I need you to do is not put the focus on them. Put the focus on the shit that you intending. Because see, it's something that you are intending and going for. And it's somebody that you love and like and want to be around. Right? But that person that you love, like, and want to be around, right? Catch this, and let me know if you caught it. Remember your intention, right? The thing that you want, the thing that your DNA code is giving you, the message that is saying, go right, right? Go right, go straight, wherever you're going, right? But the person that you love and fuck with, their DNA is telling them to go left, right? Right? And this is what we call this motherfucker played me, or this motherfucker betrayed me, or this motherfucker cheated on me, or this motherfucker did something to me, right? But you had an intention to go straight, right? You were supposed to go straight. But now instead of going straight, what you doing? Looking at this nigga going left, right? And the negative feelings are associated to you not doing nothing in reference to what your DNA is sending you, right? So tell me what your baby daddy did, right? Let's get into it, right? Let's break it down. You know, why is your wife the reason for your sadness, right? And now tell me what you intend. I just want to be peaceful. I just want to be happy. I just want to be this. Well, does your significant other want that? No, they want to do this. They want to do that. Let them do it, right? And now focus and put your all into a peaceful, loving life. Catch this shit by your damn self, right? By your fucking self, right? Because what we're talking about is the synthesization of the deepest levels of emotion and water with the highest levels of manifestation and physicality, Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Cancer. And to synthesize these things is to not say, this is crazy, right? This is some shit that'll never even happen, right? Tell me if y'all can catch this. I can be in perfect alignment if my baby daddy start acting right. Ain't that crazy? One in the chat. I can be in perfect alignment as soon as my husband stop cheating on me. Ain't that crazy? I can be in perfect alignment as soon as my wife get off of Instagram. Ain't that crazy? I can be in perfect alignment as long as my mama finds somebody that's gonna love her. Ain't that crazy? Your perfect alignment happens now. Irregardless to whatever a motherfucker is doing in the world. Okay? As you raise your vibration, as you get centered on your intention, I need y'all to catch this. I need y'all to catch this. As you raise your vibration, the people that are not on that vibration, or the people who are not going to this second level, they can't come with you. And that's how fucking real it is, right? That's how real it is. So you could be walking down the street and the motherfucker just start going crazy, start having emotional outbursts. And you like, well, I really want you to come to the store with me. Please come to the store with me. I know you hungry. I'm going to get you some hot Cheetos. But within their DNA coding, it wasn't to go to the store with you. Okay? This is something that spiritual beings need to wrap around their mind. You cannot save these niggas. You can barely save your motherfucking self. You can barely save your goddamn self. Barely. I mean, you're going to have to raise your consciousness and put all of your focus on yourself and your spiritual self. And you can barely focus and concentrate on that shit. So how you going to save the next person? Can you concentrate for it? Hold on. I'm going to tell you something else that's crazy. Can you concentrate and focus for the next nigga? I mean, you love this girl so much. Can you concentrate and focus for her? On her soul? Can you focus on her soul for her? Now we getting into crazy talk, right? Ain't it crazy? Ain't it wild to think how you can only focus on your soul. That's all you can fucking do. I can't even focus on my kid's soul. That's how real it get. I love my kids to death, but I am not their salvation. I love them to death. But true love, the embracing, the entwining, the coiling of DNA is love. If you're alive today, if you're alive upon listening to this message, it is simply because your soul loved you at a level that you cannot fathom. Because here you are thinking that you was a piece of shit for eating some ass last night. You walking down the street with your head down. No, I shouldn't even be eating ass like that. I don't even know that girl. I met her at the club. I was going off Patron. I think she put some honey in my Patron. She ain't gonna never talk. Man, I hear what Hood's saying, but I can't actually tap into my DNA because I was eating ass last night. And I kind of liked it too. I knew I liked it because I was doing it for so long. It's an amazing feeling when you eat an ass and you don't smell no doo-doo. It just smell different. It smell like flowers. And you like, how did this juicy ass smell this good? See, and you're feeling bad because you're doing this grotesque action, right? Some of y'all woke up today like I fucked a nigga in the morning and I fucked a different nigga in the evening. I know I ain't shit. I'm just an ain't shit person. I'ma just feel bad cause I like dick. You know, your spiritual can't activate, your kundalini can't activate if you like dick, ladies. You gotta just be in a meditative position your whole life. So all of the thoughts, all of the morality decisions that go through your head, and that has nothing to do with your DNA. It has nothing to do. It's motherfuckers that is doing some real nasty shit. They still alive. I'm talking about some real nasty shit. You get on Twitter, I see some shit that'll put two girls in a cup look like kindergarten to the shit that I've been seeing on Twitter. And the thing about these motherfucking nasty ass people is that they alive. Okay? So I'm a change the game in reference to spiritual conversations and try to show you. So you got these spiritual niggas who get on this goddamn platform and talk about white people all day. Right? Check. We got everybody talking about these demonic characters and people and this thing that you got to look out for. When and the problem is, if they were so bad, why they still breathing? They living their life. And spiritual people think that they can point fingers, right? In reference to, I feel good. I'm in a moral, upstanding space. I'm spiritual because I do not eat ass, right? Spiritual person going to position himself or herself like the fucking magna cum laude in this bitch. Because they don't have no ass eating techniques. What I'm saying is that your morality, I need y'all to understand this, your morality has nothing to do with your spirituality. Your morality is the thing for which will not allow you to come up within a T-square full moon and say, oh, it's a new beginning. I'm a whole new bitch in this motherfucker. I'm a whole entire nigga in this motherfucker because I have not been specifically told how to tune in to my damn self. I've been told how to go to school. Your mama got you a fucking fresh new outfit to be mind controlled. One's in the chat. Mind controlled for 8 hours for 12 years. Never once did a motherfucker say, you are your self-law and master. Nigga had to listen to some scam artist Moorish just to get the fucking message. Oh, I'm the self-law and master for which I control my own destiny. All I need to do is recognize and realize myself and love myself in the same way that my soul loves me. My soul loves me even if I eat ass. My soul loves me even if I got a train ran on me. Listen, yo nigga, this is something else spiritual people need to understand. Your nigga not gonna love you like your soul gonna love you. Your wife not gonna love you like your soul gonna love you. Your spiritual leader, guru that you love so much, not gonna love you as much as your soul love you. So you need not invest the time and energy and effort into getting these stank ass niggas to love you more than you need to love yourself as yourself loves you. Now this is Sun and Capricorn opposed Moon and Cancer for everybody. Because there is no fucking model relationship. There is no fucking model person. Because if you fucking think that, you following somebody else's blueprint. Crash out season. So, once again, this full moon rather, is an opportunity for transformation. This transformation comes from intuition and instincts. The shit that you was doing when you was 4 years old, 3 years old. You was still alive. You was still breathing. You was still emoting. You was still living your best life, but you was moving more on intuition and instincts. You was at your most happiest. You was in your most guided when you are intuitivizing. And what we're talking about during this time, and well, you study the chart and you study astrology and you get into the inflections and reflections and deflections and oppositions and transits and things of that nature, you're not going to always do the same shit all the time, right? Meaning that, okay, it's sun shining, but since yesterday I wore an umbrella, right? Today I'm gonna wear an umbrella because I don't want rain to happen. That don't really make sense. But spiritual people who don't study astrology will just be like, well, I'm gonna just do the same shit I did yesterday. Well, what does the energy call for? I don't really know, and I don't give a fuck because I don't need to follow it because I don't really take spirituality seriously. I'm doing it to, help me solve my problems and things of that nature. I'm doing it for selfish reasons. So when you come into spirituality for selfish reasons, you don't learn it sincerely. And when you don't learn it sincerely, guess what? You following somebody else's blueprint. When you following somebody else's blueprint, guaranteed crash out. Your soul does not want you to follow nobody else's blueprint, because why would your soul create a whole blueprint for your ass in the first place? It's literally the whole point of life, to tap into the different dimensions, the different portals, the different doors and gateways within yourself, and aligning the inner gateways to the outer gateways so you know what energies to focus and deal with. So that's a long way of saying you're not always going to have to intuitivize like you're intuitivizing at this particular moment. And another thing that I want to say, you're not always going to be this smart. You're not always going to be this tapped in. So take advantage of the wisdom. Take advantage of your ability to be smarter than you usually are. Very important. This is why we can study astrology to know the different times and ways for which we could adjust with and for the energy. And understanding the cyclical natures of things, even if you go on 14 or 28 day cycles, essentially, you know when to start the fuck over. Spiritual people or people in general do not take pride in starting over. It's, I got $1 million. I got $2 million. I got $5 million. I got $10 million. It's never, I got money, but I got rid of it because I know I can get it all over again. Now, if you know any real hustlers out there, most hustlers don't have money. Well, what you mean most hustlers don't have money? That don't even make sense, because hustlers are focused on the re-up. Because hustlers say the inventory is money, and the inventory, right? Now, this is financial literacy for y'all. So say, for instance, I'm buying bricks. Just for instance, I'm buying bricks. And I got $20,000 in my pocket. A hustler is not going to say, let me spend this $20,000. The hustler is going to buy 2 bricks, because the hustler knows that he can turn those 2 bricks, say he's selling them for $30K. that 20,000 is turned into 60,000. So the 20,000 within itself is nothing, but the 20,000 invested in the bricks is now turned that 20 into 60. So never do a hustler think money is good, because money can always be bought into your inventory. So basically what we're talking about is money for money's sake don't really mean shit. But when we understand the value of things, when we understand how to properly invest, then this is our true financial understanding. So when people do spend money, it is like not inferring or impinging on the re-up money. And it's always a constant reinvestment. So you might look at a person that have a lot of money, right? But it's all in products, right? And you don't know the inner workings of their finances. You just know, hey, that dude over there, he got it. But he got it because he properly invested and he got the inventory. He don't need to have a lot of cash. You just need the ability to create and manifest in the future. Now, most people think that the more money you have, the better. If you had a whole bunch of money and you had no investments, you're on a one-way ticket to a crash out. Because eventually you're going to spend all of that money. You're not going to have any money, and you ain't going to know how to get more money, because if you knew how to get more money, you would have been getting more money instead of spending it. So very important things to think about as you move into Uranus, moving into Taurus, and everybody is getting these reparations. Everybody is getting this bag, and the reality is what you're going to do with it. Saint Germain came through very strong at the beginning of 2020. And for whatever reason, maybe it was planned this way, maybe it was more work to be done, he is now coming back with his same promises. And Saint Germain has very specific promises for melanated people, and is completely related into getting a lot of money for nothing. But understand that the money within itself is not the freedom. The money is the gateway or the opening, but your consciousness is how you keep it flowing, keep it in rotation, the businesses. So this full moon is really about becoming energy conscious of the energy that is within you. You have a soul. Do you value that soul? Okay? Do you value that soul? And you say, yeah, I value my soul, Kyrie. Of course I value my soul. You think I don't value my soul? Well, I'm in this space and time and energy to say, words mean nothing. I said, words mean nothing. You value your soul through meditation, concentration. So I love y'all to the bottom, with the bottom of my heart. I love y'all, and I wish I could do this for y'all. I wish that I could meditate, and I wish that I could concentrate on y'all soul. I wish I could charge y'all $1,000, right? Y'all could give me $1,000 and I could just meditate for y'all. I wish I could do that, but there's no way that my brain can't even figure out a modality for which I can do your work for you. Okay? I cannot do it for you. You're gonna have to do it for yourself. So this is where we're talking about energy consciousness. When people are around you, do they share the same energy consciousness or they don't? Because, oh man, when you start paying attention to your energy, dudes start pulling out their dicks. Girls start pulling down their panties. They want to start fucking on you, sucking on you, riding you, gliding you, doing all types of freaky shit to you. But within the sexual advances, you need to understand, is this person having the same energy conscious as me? Because if they don't, we are about to crash out. And when and this energy conscious is very direct. We've come into a space where mind games don't work, scams don't work, trickery don't work, because everything is becoming spiritual. The spiritual creates the physical. So if your money is fucked up, it ain't nobody's fault but your own. Ain't nobody in your life giving you that Gawk 3000. It is not these hoes' problem. It is not these hoes' fault. It's 100,000,000% your fault why you not getting Gawk 3000. Why your money ain't together. Whatever is wrong in your life is completely related to your energy consciousness, not how much money you can spend with the next motherfucker. Has zero to do with this. It's all about concentration, all about meditation, especially as you go to sleep. Inside of you, okay? Inside of you is the infinite. So when Crowley is talking about luxury with this Four of Cups card, where this full moon is at, moon ruled by an in Cancer, Crowley is talking about luxury. Luxury, the most luxurious shit in the world, is inside of you. Inside of you is infinity. Inside of you is everything. But since you don't value it, since it's not important to you, you have rejected it. You don't have the proper self-esteem. You shy. You don't want to put yourself out there. You don't want to be bold. You don't want to stand in your power because you haven't identified the power that is within you. Man, I know some ugly girls that don't they energy not ugly though. I know some fine ass girls and they energy look like precious. It don't got nothing to do with the appearances. It don't got shit to do with the BBL. You should have been told this since kindergarten. But for some reason, people think it's the appearances, when really it's the identification of the infinite luxury within you. And this don't skip a motherfucker. This is for everybody who have ears to hear and eyes to see and a soul to reflect upon. But in closing out, what you have heard from others your whole life, 12 years of school, 12 years of spiritual nigga, this lecture, that lecture, mumbo, jumbo, all you need to do is this, all you need to do is that. All I'ma say is that it's all cap. It's a barrier and it's a block. If you think for 1 second that somebody can teach you about you. However, most people feel as though it's people who have been sent to earth to help them. And I want to be clear about this. The only person who have been sent to earth to help you is your damn self. Can we get my damn self in the chat? I need you to understand this. I, self-law and master, my damn self. I've came to save my damn self. I tell you, I go to sleep. I listen to Saint Germain channelings. I reflect upon my higher self. I take me a little microdose and I just reflect upon my energetic body and my soul. It's not hard. It's not difficult. I just concentrate on the center of myself and I just vibrate and things come together and things make sense. And I know that I was absolutely and completely blocked from what I should do next until I began to focus on my energetic self. And as a spiritual being, if you fear in the future for whatever reason, you are not in alignment with your spiritual beingness. If you have any negative emotions, you are not in alignment with your spiritual beingness. If you fear the future at any level, you are not in alignment with your spiritual beingness. If you are angry, upset with another person, you are not in alignment with your spiritual beingness. Start learning. Gain knowledge through the experience of yourself or your soul, through concentrating on the invisible, concentrating on the energetic. The energetic hood is too far-fetched for me to put my mind around what you're actually talking about. Okay, fam, explain to me how your heart is beating. Did you jumpstart your heart in the morning? Did you charge your heart like you charged your iPhone? Your heart is beating from an energetic pulse. As you reflect and calm your mind down and deal with your energetic presence, this is how you gain knowledge through your soul. This is how you learn from yourself, through silence. See, silence, SILENT, is an anagram for listen. Okay? Don't drown your mind out. Don't be thinking about TikTok reels and crazy shit. Fixate on the infinite that is within you for your full moon celebration. And any blockages to this inner listening are the things that you work to remove over these next 14 days as we experience the waning moon and prepare for our next new moon. So with that being said, be sure to check out the first lecture that I did a couple of days ago. That one was titled The Moon, a Visual Lecture. And this is the full moon. The next lecture that I will be doing in a couple of days will be on the Pluto return, okay, of United States, or the return of the great Saint Germain, or the Nessera revealing revelation. I wish the best for you guys. And please believe, if I could help you, I would help you. But in the science and the education of spiritual development, I cannot waste my time with concentrating on your soul. I have to concentrate on my own soul. So I broadcast these messages in hopes that you are not wasting time concentrating on anybody else's soul but your own. And with that being said, I'm signing out. Shout out to all of the bots. Shout out to all the content thieves. Shout out to all the baby mamas. You know the hood mystic love you. Peace.
I begin by centering so that my consciousness can completely leave my body. Where I go is to other dimensions to experience other realities. I get into a centered state of being and I go through a spiral meditation. And when my chakras have all been opened, I raise my Kundalini energy and I feel it moving up my spine.
put a spell on you. Cause you're mine. You better stop the things you do. I ain't lying.
We would say many of you are wanting to fix something, and we would say nothing in the universe is broken. Every time you begin to fix something outside of you, somebody else's problem, you interfere with the universe's plan. You interfere with their soul's journey. No one is struggling or suffering except for in your perception. When you try to fix or someone else's problem, you interfere with their soul's journey, and then they cannot
Or feel deprived will be deprived.
If they wish, do you know if you distributed equally all the prosperity of the globe to every entity that is existing in your now, that in 2 years of your time, the ones that were impoverished before will be impoverished again because it is their consciousness?
So how do we change that?
Change their consciousness.